Hello everyone. So I'm extremely pleased to present to you today a website I've been working on in order to organize ourselves better in this movement, to continue helping Bolivia from abroad, and to do it in a way that would maximize our efforts, optimize all that we do, and make us way more efficient. So I've been working on this website, which I called Unidad Para Bolivia, Unity for Bolivia, which will assemble basically all the articles, all the emails that are useful to anyone that wants to join this type of movement, to anyone that wants to keep spreading the news, and useful videos, pictures, information that we can all use and that will be readily available there for anyone to use. Now, what I thought about was to make a platform that would basically be a multifaceted platform. The reason being that I was having a very hard time trying to organize everything myself. I had about 20 people in Bolivia that I didn't necessarily know all of them, but that found me through Instagram, that found me through social media, and that saw what I was trying to do and how I was trying to diffuse and propagate the truth of what's going on. So they started sending me, all types of videos, pictures, all types of information that they had from the grounds themselves. And then on the other hand, I had people from all over the world that wanted to take part in this movement and wanted to take part in this aid that I've been trying to do. And they were asking me for email samples, for pictures, videos, for anything really that they could use to send to whether it was news agencies, international organizations, human rights organizations, truly anything. So managing this was extremely difficult as numbers augmented, and especially on the other side, on the email side, people became extremely numerous and I had to, forward my emails here and there. So I thought this would be the key to optimize this, and this would be extremely helpful to all of us. And I thought that also this could begin a type of movement that I could propel into the future. So all these days, I've been extremely pleased and glad to truly connect with so many people all around the world, Bolivians that are so involved and so helpful and that truly want to aid our country. Whether it is now in our fight for democracy or in the future in our struggle to develop, to improve our systems, to improve socio-economically, and to truly evolve into a more developed country. So I was extremely pleased to talk to a bunch of you. Honestly, I've been speaking to Bolivians in all of Europe, all of North America, even Asia. So it's been incredible to see this and to see the amount of you out there that are truly dedicated to our country and want to contribute in any way possible. So I will show you the website very shortly. I also wanted to state that the reason for me continuing to diffuse this information and asking everyone around the world to diffuse the truth of what's going on, the reason for that is because unfortunately, we are in the hands of a government who is doing anything to stay in power. And what they do is that they have, news broadcasting, interviews, they have press conferences, they send out official reports, diffusing the wrong information. They just blatantly lie. They say that the problem is the opposition. It's the opposition that's doing a coup d'etat. It's they say that it's the opposition causing all the violence. They claim that, they have all the support of Bolivia and the masses, which are the, indigenous people and the less favored people. And unfortunately, that's not the case. And they've been abusing these people, the ones I just spoke about, the ones that don't have the means. They've been abusing them and threatening them and forcing them to do all these types of acts of violence. And they've been in danger themselves. A lot of them have been extremely badly injured, and it breaks my heart really, because it breaks my heart because they don't deserve that. No one deserves that, no matter what socio-economic sector you're from. Anyway, excuse me. So here's the website I made. I'll be showcasing it a little bit. The URL is unidadparabolivia.wixsite.com/Carolina Monroy Rosso. Now here I have a little introduction of who we are, what our goals are, and how we wish to achieve them. Then this is absolutely incredible. This demonstrates the countries where we have individuals actively working towards this movement. Now you know who you are. Thank you to all of you residing in all these countries. These are the Bolivians that have been contributing and collaborating with me, who have been asking for email samples, who have been actively sending them and making news agencies know the reality of what is going on in our beautiful country. So thank you so much to all of you, and I'm looking forward to highlight more countries in red as this movement expands. Here I write a little bit about how this movement of change is going to happen and what our steps are in achieving our goals. So I explain how we are using and utilizing the day-to-day, minute-to-minute information we get sent from the grounds in Bolivia. And we use this veridic information to disseminate it to the world and bring this truthful news to the international eye, instead of the non-credible news which the government unfortunately propagates. Now here's a little speech video I made last weekend at the Miami protest. And in this speech, I urge Bolivians from around the world to join in this veridic dissemination of information and to truly put in the effort, because anything helps right now. And we must do all we can to help our Bolivian compatriots back home. Here are some snapshots of the articles that are in the blog. I'll be showing you the blog in a second. And our activities, of course, which include the dissemination of factual and veridic information, and the transparent mobilization for change and progress using worldwide efforts. Now, of course, you can read more about that on your own, and please do contact me. This is where you can do that. Contact me if you want to add an article, if you'd like to add an email in another language, if you'd like to just know more about the movement, ask me any questions, please do contact me right here. And just to finish, I'd like to read this in Spanish. Quien se cansa, nadie se cansa. Si cada uno se une y pone su parte, poco importar dónde esté en el mundo, nuestro movimiento llegará más allá de nuestras expectativas. Todos unidos lograremos recuperar nuestra Bolivia libre y democrática. Hasta la victoria. So there you go, and please do subscribe if you'd like to know more about the movement, any updates, any new articles that we put in. If you subscribe, you will get notifications on that. Now, moving on to the blog, I'd like to just show you a little bit of how it's set up. So I put in 3 email samples to different types of recipients. Firstly, we have Human Rights Watch email sample. Over here, you can observe the style of email I wrote to this type of organization. Of course, it's a human rights organization, so it's a bit different to emails I wrote to news agencies. Then I have another article, which is an email sample to NBC News, which is basically a generic email which I've been writing to many news agencies and changing little things here and there. Now, here's an email to more of a political figure, to Senator Marco Rubio. So here's another email sample for that type of figure if you wish to use that. And of course, I didn't add more because I felt like these 3 types of recipients are, they cover basically who we want to target. And if you'd like to add any other types of emails, please do contact me and I will be adding yours as articles as well. Now, here's a little article I wrote about the economy and the inflation, if you'd like to read about that, and if you're writing maybe to economics journals or more economics-focused news agents. And a little summary of events from about a week ago. However, I'm writing another summary and I'll be posting that extremely soon. This is the place where I'm actually going to be posting the translations that people from Germany, people from Bolivia living in Germany and living in Russia, they sent me email samples translated into German and Russian. So I'll be posting those. I'll also be posting a French translation and any other languages that come in for it to become extremely efficient and extremely easy to use. Anyone can get on this and copy paste, use these emails with few alterations and save time to propagate our truthful and basically to show our reality of what the people in Bolivia are currently living. So just to conclude this video, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of this, to all of you that have been so helpful and so incredible in this movement that we're making from abroad. And I'd like to also say that truly this helps. This does help. You don't know how many messages I get from people back home that I don't even know, people in Bolivia that keep telling me that this is helping, that getting this international eye, getting the news out there is helping. And I've been checking up with various news agencies, and they do post, they keep updating. And the more we do this, the more we debunk the government's credibility, which is so important and so crucial in our fight, because right now, as they call for international aid and they declare a state of emergency that we are all attempting against them and such, people will not believe them. Why? Because they will know that everything they say is far from the truth. So as much as it may seem useless to be so far and not be able to do anything physically, truly this movement will allow us to help indirectly. And trust me, any help, whether direct or indirect, whether small or big, any action that we do as Bolivians and as people that wish to aid the situation back home, anything adds a small step, whether big, whether small, it adds a grain of sand to the fight. It adds a fight. It adds a step towards our goal, towards reaching that final goal. And trust me, we're close, and we will make it. We will make it. Ya estamos muy cerca, lo vamos a lograr. Y si todos se unen, todos los que están abroad, todos los que están en el extranjero, únanse, trabajemos juntos. Yo estoy muy feliz de poder trabajar con gente tan increíble de todas las partes del mundo que están viviendo, pero lejísimos de Bolivia, pero que quieren ayudar. Estoy tan contenta de trabajar con ustedes y les digo gracias, pero 1000 veces, por estar involucrados y querer tener esa pasión de ayudar a nuestro país. Porque me parece increíble, me parece muy importante y bueno, gracias. So finally, I would just like to say the reason why I called this movement Unidad Para Bolivia. So in the future, I would truly like to expand this movement and propel this organization into possibly making it a nonprofit organization. The reason being that I would like to bring development projects, development ideas, and initiatives to our country who needs it so much. So if you're interested in the development of Bolivia, in aiding our country in any way, please do contact me. Bring ideas to the table. I would love to hear any ideas from anyone in any sector that it may be. It could be economic, human rights. It could be socio-economic. It could be truly anything. Infrastructure, which also we need so much. So please do talk to me. I'm currently forming myself abroad. I have a few more years to study, and I wish to work in the public sector in terms of international development and in organizations that focus on that specifically, in order to truly understand how we can bring successful development projects to our country. Our nation is a nation that has so much. It has all the aptitudes to become such a powerful and stable and wealthy nation. We have so much wealth in terms of natural resources that it's absolutely incredible. So truly, I would like to work on that in the future, and I would like to bring development initiatives to Bolivia, and with the same name, Unidad Para Bolivia, because this is an anti-separationist movement. I wish to bring all Bolivians together as we are today, and to remember that this unity that we have today is the type of unity we need to keep in Bolivia always. No more separationism. And we are seeing in Bolivia today how incredible it can be to be so united. and how strong we can be if we are so united.